Okay, here we are. Sorry about that, guys. Welcome everybody to a special 20th episode live edition with just me. I'm going solo. Yeah, what can you do? Schedules, right? Schedules. I think Alex has work. I had work yesterday, so we couldn't record yesterday because we usually record on Sundays and then I post on Monday. But hey, it's how life goes sometimes. So we couldn't get together. And also, I just didn't really feel like recording and editing today. So I thought, why not just go live, right? Let's just go live. I mean, we're gonna do this. And so what I want to do today is it's gonna be mainly just all news, but it's like a recap of San Diego Comic Con because there's a lot of good stuff that came out of San Diego Comic Con. I mean, all the big stuff dropped. Trailers after trailers after trailers, and not just the trailers, but Marvel Marvel did a whole Sunday and just dropped all the big good stuff, and I just want to go through it all. I'm not gonna remember a lot of like the names and stuff like that, but you know, what are you gonna do? It be like I'll try my best. I'll try my best to kind of just recall everything. Basically, just it's just like stuff that I remember that caught my eye and everything and not just that. Um, this is gonna be like a special. I'm gonna be doing a little bit of a tiny bit of a mukbang. And if you guys don't know what a mukbang is, it's basically just me eating and talking at the same time, or just eating basically. But this is a little special because what I got here is a bag from Whole Foods, and this has now. Well, let me explain the backstory. I had a heart attack. The doc says that I have to eat healthier. So I've been on like this kind of investigation research of trying to figure out how to eat healthier. So I've been going kind of on a vegetarian, or not even vegetarian. I'm going like 80% veggies and 20% meat. So just I'm going like partly vegetarian, partly vegan, but still eating meat. So I can't say vegan or vegetarian, because I still eat meat, but here and there. But I haven't had sweets in a while. I had something when I went out to go eat with my friends the other day, and it was a vegan dessert, and it was delicious. So because of that, I've been craving, because I haven't eaten like sugars and sweets in a long time. I've been craving sweets. So what I got here from Whole Foods. Before that, I got this sticky rice chips called Dang. Dang. Let's see. Dang. So we're gonna try some of this as well. Um, but not just that. Here is the main thing. Let me see if I can get it in the shot. Vegan donuts. And not just regular vegan donuts, vegan chocolate donuts. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. We're gonna try these. We're gonna see how they are, how if it tastes good or whatnot, and you know. And while we do that, we're gonna talk about San Diego Comic Con. I didn't just get chocolate too. I got I don't even know what these are, dude. Tell you the truth. Oh, maple. Look at that, maple. Yeah, we're gonna indulge a little bit. You know, like why not have fun with this, right? I'm here by myself. I'm doing this by myself. We're going live. We are live right now, and why not have fun with it? So if you're joining, welcome, enjoy. Let's have a little good time. Let's eat some vegan donuts. Let's talk about San Diego Comic Con. Jesus Christ, it was a lot of good news, a lot of good stuff, man. Oh my god. Sorry for the silence. I'm trying to open these bad boys up. Smells like chocolate. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Smells like chocolate. But we're gonna save that for a little bit later. Oh, let me open these bag of chips too. It's gonna be loud. I'm trying to do it away from the. I'm gonna try to do it away from the mic. Whoa, these things are hard to open, bro. Oh wait, here we go. Had a little slit there for you. You know what? I'm gonna try these. I'm gonna try these right now. Mmm. Oh boy. Ah, it's good. This is aged cheddar sticky rice chips. So basically like rice with aged cheddar. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's real cheddar either, because Whole Foods had a lot of like alternative style cheeses that are, you know, healthier for you. I picked up a lot of stuff that so I could like eat a little bit better, a little bit healthier, if you would say so. That's pretty good. Dang, Whole Foods, grab some. They had other flavors too, but I went for the aged cheddar. I don't know why. I just decided on it. Oh my god, there's a little critter flying around. Let's go. Let's talk about the first subject. Well, the first thing I saw over the weekend that came out of San Diego Comic Con was, or what interests me was, the Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back movie trailer. Can I say so many cameos? How many superstar cameos was in that trailer? It was a lot to count, dude. But you know what? I loved it. It's nostalgic too, because the thing is, I'm such a big fan of Kevin Smith. Like, and I started off straight from Clerks too. And here's the thing: I have a little like, I don't know what you call it, like a tie-in with Clerks, because when that movie came out, or not when that movie came out, but when I first saw that movie, I worked at a video store, and it made me feel like I was a part of the movie, because the guys in the video store and stuff like that. So it was awesome just to see that, and that's kind of like how I like related to the movie. It had a lot of relatability, because I had crazy stories about working there at the video store. Matter of fact, sidetrack, side note. See, my video store was located. The one that I worked at was a small mom and pop video store located in Huntington Park, and I got to know like a lot of the neighborhood people. Like, it became kind of like, I was the what do you call it? I was the token Asian video store guy, you know, and I got to know a lot of people around there, because like there was skaters and like cool people that just walked in, like hung out and stuff like that, and like they watched my back, I watched theirs. They scratched my back, I scratched theirs. Let's just leave it at that. But the crazy thing about the video store is it had a tiny small adult section, let's just say. And I remember one day I was packaging new videos that came in. Like, I would have to take them out, put them in packaging for like rentals, and then I had to make the displays, where I just took the old box and re put new plastic on it and shrink it and everything like that, so to get it ready for the outside for people to look at. And I was doing that, and this very, very sketchy dude walks in, and he goes into the adult section. And the thing is, the adult section, when you walk in, it dings. It has a bell, and it rings, right? And so I heard it, and I saw him, and I was like, whatever, it's because people come in and go check it out anyways. So, but the thing was, I was the only one in there that night, and he was in there for a while, and I'm like, This dude has been in the adult section for a long time. Let me just like step over here and do my work in sight. Because the thing was, the adult section had a red curtain, but you kind of still see through it a little bit. And so I'm backing up, doing my stuff, looking over a little bit, and then I look over one time, and this dude, you could see his hands or his arms doing something it shouldn't be doing. Let's just say, and then I had to yell, jump over the counter, and basically tell the guy to kick rocks. Good stuff, crazy stuff, man. And I also remember like a lot of times we'd have a group of dudes, and I know most of them because I got to know most of them because they always came around, hung out, talked before they rented their movies or whatever. But there was like a few of them that would show up on a certain day and hang out, but it's because on that certain day, this lady would come in, and I to tell you the truth, to this day, I don't know what she does, but she's always dressed very skimpy. I'm pretty sure she had like plastic surgeries in the places that she wanted plastic surgery, if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, like to me, it wasn't my type, but to these guys, they'd be there like clockwork, just hang out and watch her rent a movie and leave. Man, good times though, good times. But yeah, that's like kind of how my introduction to Kevin Smith was, because I would watch all the movies in the video store, because that's how I kind of got through my day at work. I just play movies and I'd sit there and watch it while people came in and rent movies and stuff. So, and I watched all of his stuff. All of his stuff up until like Jersey Girl, because then I kind of fell off because I didn't really like any of those until the until like Clerks 2 came out or stuff like that. Then I got back into it. But love Kevin Smith. I love that new trailer. It was an awesome trailer. I don't care what anyone says, because I saw some interviews and I watched some reviews of the trailer, and some of them were saying like some of the stuff looks dated and they don't know about the jokes. To me, it was all funny. I don't care if it's dated because it's kind of nostalgic for me. I love that kind of look. Love that kind of feel. I know the jokes that they make, and I'm into it. And also all the cameos in there, like those are like all the people that I know. Like I've seen them in their movies, and stuff like that. So I'm good. Like it was awesome. Hold on, getting a little parched here. And then so that was Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back. I don't know if it's Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back 2. I don't know if Strikes Back is part of the. I don't know, but it's Jay and Silent Bob 2, part 2. And right after that, I don't. I think it was right after that. Tom Cruise drops Top Gun. I forgot. There's a tagline to it. Top Gun. What's his name in the movie? But well, yeah, Top Gun 2 basically. Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not really a big Top Gun fan, so what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really care for it. It looks like Top Gun. You got airplanes, you got flying around and stuff like that. So, and Tom Cruise, crazy dude, crazy Scientology dude. So if you're into that stuff, Top Gun, boom. Me, I was like, yeah, it looks all right. Probably not gonna watch it. So didn't really capture my interest, if you know what I'm saying. And then Picard, oh, Star Trek Picard trailer came out also. I don't know if this was part of SDCC or not, but it dropped this weekend too. I saw that. I'm kind of interested. It looks kind of cool. There's a storyline that kind of interests me, and not just that, because like Picard, if you guys don't know, is from Next Generation, and I was more of a Next Generation fan. I like it was one of those shows where I just had it in the background all the time. I never really paid attention, but I watched it. It was there. It was in the background. It kind of sunk into my kind of subconscious a little bit. I know about the Borgs and all that stuff, and but the thing is, this movie, I don't even know if it's a movie. I'm pretty sure it's a movie, but it looks like it's not a Next Generation movie because there's other characters from other iterations of Star Trek that's in this movie, but the main character is Picard. It looks pretty good. I dig it. I'm kind of cool with it. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. I don't. Was there any other trailers that dropped that I remember? Do you know what? I don't even know. So I'm gonna try to leave it like that. Um, but yeah. So uh, with that said, let's take a bite of this vegan donut, man. Oh, let me see. I got a little message. Let me just read this real quick. But yeah, we're gonna dig into some of this vegan donut in a minute. I'm gonna grab one. I also got a big old glass of milk too, and this is almond milk, not regular milk. Well, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, I got some chocolate on my fingers. Oh, that's good. Jimmy, I just want to take care of this before anything. It's kind of important. Sorry, guys, if I'm making you guys wait. Okay, I think I took care of that. Yeah, sure did. Took care of that. Okay, guys, I want to try this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Chocolate vegan donut, bruh. 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 Let's try that. Let's try this. Oh, this is pretty good. To tell you the truth. This tastes almost better than a lot of regular chocolate donuts I've had from like other donut shops. And this is vegan. Let's take another bite of that. Wowzers. Like I haven't had sweets in almost over a month now. So that that feeling that your body gets when it's like deprived of something that it enjoys, and then you also like bam give it straight back to your body. It's kind of how I'm feeling right now. I don't know what makes a vegan donut vegan. I'm guessing it's like the minus of eggs and dairy products in the ingredients, but nonetheless, yo, Whole Foods, whoever made this donut, you guys are awesome because it tastes like a regular donut. It tastes amazing. I'm a chocolate fan too, so like I love chocolate. Like every time I get a cake for a birthday or something like that, or for my own birthday, I always ask for chocolate. So, oh yeah, that's good stuff. This live stream is gonna be kind of a short one because we're just basically going over SDC stuff. I went over the trailers that I saw. Um, let's just move straight into let's move straight into the Marvel Comic Con stuff because the Marvel's news because okay, one thing we know that Black Widow's coming out. We already knew this. I think they showed like some yeah, let's cover. I think they showed some footage, which is only like preview to the audiences there, so I didn't get to see it because I was just watching it secondhand off of YouTube and stuff like that. So I didn't get to see it, but it sounds awesome. It sounds amazing. I've always been a Black Widow fan ever since the first Avenger, the first Avenger movie. So I'm in it. I can't wait. It looks amazing. Scarlett Johansson looks amazing. I've been a fan of Scarlett Johansson since she did Ghost World, and that's a very very off-brand indie movie. But if you ever want to see one of the first things she's ever been in, it's a movie called Ghost World, and it's another weird like indie film in which I watch a lot of those. I watch a lot of like weird stuff like so. But if you're into Scarlett Johansson, if you're a fan of Scarlett Johansson, and you want to see a pretty fun old indie film with her in it, check out Ghost World. I'm a big fan. I like it. So I'm pretty interested in, and I can't wait for Ghost World. Or not Ghost World. I'm sorry, Black Widow. So I'm hyped up for that. And then they went on to like talk about some of some of the TV shows that they're going to be making for Disney Plus, which is going to be kind of related and linked into the movie universe, basically the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is WandaVision, which they kept on iterating strange. This is a really strange or weird. I forgot what it was. Like either strange or weird. I think it was weird. They kept on saying it's a really really weird show, which you know what? I'm into weird. I watch a lot of weird things, and there was already another Marvel TV show which wasn't really made by Marvel. I think it was done by Fox under Marvel, called Legion, which is already weird, and I love that show. So if you get as weird as Legion, I'm in it too. And the whole thing is too, like if you guys don't know, spoilers if you guys haven't watched all the movies, Vision is dead. So how it's gonna explain, like hopefully they'll explain how he's there, why it's called WandaVision, how he's alive, if he's even alive. Maybe it's just like Wanda, because Scarlet Witch is a very powerful, well, in the comics, mutant, but they don't, in this, she's something else, but she's a very powerful superhero. So maybe it's her powers or her mind, like she's in her mind thinking that he's alive, and they're just where the show is viewing it straight through her mind or something like that. I'm not sure. Either way, hyped for that. And they also previewed the um, the Hawkeye show, which is based on one of the newer comics where he trains the female Hawkeye, which is supposed to be the better Hawkeye because she doesn't have the past as he does, and so that looks cool. They didn't show much of that. I think they showed a preview of the title screen, which is not much, but it looked pretty tight. It went along with the comic because if you guys ever picked up one of the newer Hawkeye comics, it's yellow and black. So it goes along with that. So that was cool. And then they had the Bucky Barnes and Falcon. The I forgot. And you know what? Here's when my brain goes kind of dead because I don't remember what they called it. But and I'm too lazy to look up what it is. But yeah, the Falcon and Bucky show. I'm gonna call it. the Basically they just came on, talked about that. Um, so that's kind of most of all the shows. Oh, and they also talked about the what if. And here's the thing: this is gonna be cool, and I hope they do more stuff than just movie related stuff with the what if. Because right now, when they did that part, they showed all the pictures of all the actors that's been in the MCU, and they said that they're all going to be coming back and reprising their voices for their roles. It's going to be an animated show, which I don't really mind. I dig animated stuff. So, especially since it's going to be the Marvel's What If. Yo, sign me up. I'm down. As long as they do like cool stories. But I hope they don't just stick to the movie stuff because there's so much other things in the comics than just the movie stuff. Like if they're gonna do the Marvel zombie stuff, or if they're gonna do Deadpool story because there's one story called "What if Deadpool killed the Marvel universe?" Same thing with Wolverine. What if Wolverine killed the Marvel universe? And things like that. There's a lot of stories. So I hope they do more. But from what they're talking about and what they're showing, I'm cool with it. I'm down. It looks dope. I'm with it. And I think that's all this shows. So now let's bump back into another movie. They introduced the Eternals. Not just the movie itself, they brought out all the actors that's in it. You got Camille Nanjiani, Angelina Jolie, and then a whole bunch of other actors that I don't even know. But Salma Hayek is like one of the main characters, and you got an Asian dude, you got a little kid, and yeah, dude, like talk about a diverse cast, like so right now, right at this time matter this day and time, you can't say that Marvel isn't diverse because you look at this cast and dude, Camille Nanjiani, like he's up and coming comedian. I mean, I know he's been in some movies, but dude, this is gonna be big, and I just want to see what he does because he's usually a comedian. So how does he fit into like a Marvel movie that's about gods? Is he gonna be playing a god? Like, is he like a jokester or something like that? And then you got Angelina Jolie, like kind of the biggest of the biggest, and she's came down out of her off her mountain to do a Marvel movie. Yo, I'm already just interested to see what she's gonna play, how she's gonna do, and the rest of the cast. Like this little kid. Yo, I'm down. You're gonna hear me say that a lot too, because I'm not gonna lie, dude. I am a Marvel fanboy. I would love to be a DC fanboy. The only thing is they disappointed me so many times. Like, and I want DC to be victorious, but their movies has just flunked so many times. There were so many times that I've hyped up a movie and talked to my friends and hyped up a movie, and then when it came out, it was just like nosedive. So, they got no one else to blame but themselves, to tell you guys the truth. So don't take that out on me, take that out on DC. But yes, right now, at this time, I am a Marvel fanboy because they've never disappointed. And I've read, the thing is, in the beginning, I've read DC and Marvel the same. And I love both comic, companies because I read Batman, I read Joker, I read the Red Hood. Never really got into Superman or anything like that. Love Justice League, love Young Justice, but Marvel the same way. Love Spider Man, love X Men. Tell you the truth, I wasn't really that much of a big Avengers fan until the movies came out. Only because I was more of a X Men fanboy, and I went more mutants than Avengers. And not just that, I read a lot of what ifs. That's why I'm so excited for this what if animated show. Um, yeah, so and all that space stuff too. Silver Surfer, Galactus, Deadpool. You name it, dude. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. But yeah, so the Eternals, they introduced the actors and they came on and they introduced themselves. They answered some questions. It was amazing. I don't know. I don't think they showed any footage because I don't remember them cutting away from. Because usually from the YouTube stream that I watched, they would show the interview, but once if they showed like a clip, they would cut off, and then it would go back to the interview after the clip was done. So we couldn't see the clips, but we saw the interviews, and I don't remember the Eternals ever being cut off in between their interviews. So I don't think they got it. I don't think they had a clip to show yet, and plus they just started production, I believe. But let's jump from Eternals 2, and this one I'm a little excited for. And in the beginning I wasn't too much excited for it. Only I was like a little bit hyped, a little bit only because it's gonna be one of the first Asian superhero. Even though he's not gonna have powers, he's not really a like a superhero powered human. He's basically a martial arts master, and we're talking about Shang-Chi. And I want to believe it was like Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings. So if you watched all the Marvel movies like I did, and I didn't catch it because I guess I didn't see all of them, but they showed a reel of every scene that had something to do with the Ten Rings. And the Ten Rings is like an organization run by the Mandarin. And if you saw Iron Man 2, the fake Mandarin was shown, but Shang-Chi is going to introduce us to the real Mandarin. And Shang-Chi, and these are all going to be Asian actors too, which is going to be crazy because I mean Disney's already doing that with Mulan, which I'm psyched for because that trailer was awesome and amazing. But this one has gotten me a little bit more hyped now too, a little bit more excited now, only because. And here's the thing, like I don't personally know the guy, and here. Oh well, let's start off with they barely casted the actor to play Shang-Chi. Like I want to say they barely hired him, maybe 3 days, 3 or 4 days before the Comic Con, before their panel. So this guy got screen tested the Sunday before, and then got hired as Shang-Chi midweek before the Comic Con, and then was told to show up at the Comic Con, right? And which is pretty cool. But the other cool part that will make is pretty rad. But the cool part for me is I don't know the guy personally, but there's a degrees of separation that makes me feel like I kind of know him, even though I don't know him personally. Like I've never met the guy. But let's just say I grew up in the hardcore metal world here in Long Beach, which introduced me to a friend of mine's named Randall Pitch. And Randall Pitch knows these group of people who are YouTube stars, basically. Bart Kwan, who is part of the JK Party people, or JK News people, Just Kidding News people, the Just Kidding News channel. And if you guys are cool with like Asians, joking around, talking news, not seriously though, check out their channel, Just Kidding News. I watch it almost like every day. But so Randall Pitch knows Just Kidding News, and Just Kidding News is good friends with the actor. I forget it. I forget his name. I want to look it up too, dude. I'm gonna look this one. I'm gonna look this one up. Just because I want to get his name correct. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, his name is Simu Liu, and he is a Canadian Chinese actor. And so yeah, so let me reiterate everything I just said. So I know Randall Pitch. Randall Pitch knows Just Kidding News. Just Kidding News knows Simu Liu, who is now Shang-Chi and now part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. One of the first one of the first Asian actors, part of almost all Asian cast in a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. Dude, it's a big come up for us Asians, so I'm hyped for it. I'm down for it. It looks like we haven't seen anything in it, but I was about to say it looks cool, but I haven't even seen anything from it. So, but it sounds cool, and I dig it because the thing is, dude, I already you say martial arts movie, I'm already in, right? You say Marvel superhero, I'm in. You say Marvel superhero plus martial arts action kung fu flick, I'm in. I'm more in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in either way. So I'm down. Sign me up. Here's my wallet. Take my money, Marvel. I'm in for it. I love it. And then so that's Shang Chi, and even has an Asian, or he's Asian but he's a Hawaiian director. So that's even more dope. The guy playing the Mandarin is also a Chinese actor who's been in like the Ip Man series movies. And if you don't know what Ip Man is, or IP Man, either way you want to say it, but if you don't know what that is, check those out. Those are dope kung fu movies, dude. There's even one that came out where IP Man fights Mike Tyson. So check that stuff out. It's dope. Let's take another donut break because I want to try this maple one, right, guys? So before we get back into the recall of San Diego Comic Con, and trust me, we're almost done because there's only a few more stories that I want to talk about. But before we get to that and finish this all up, I want to try this maple one. I still have half of my chocolate one too, but I'm gonna have one of each. I'm not gonna eat like a lot. I'm only gonna eat one, but one of each basically. So two. I'm gonna have two. I think what makes these donuts is the glaze, dude. You got the chocolate on the chocolate one, and then this maple one, all glazed up mapley. Let me show you guys close up of the maple. Now remember, these are vegan. So tell the truth, like vegan or not vegan, it's still a donut, right? So it's not really that healthy for me. That's why I'm only eating one of each, which is still already kind of bad, but whatever. I'll I'll ride an extra 30 minutes tomorrow to make up for it. But let's dig into this. So sweet. I think the maple is more sweeter than the chocolate one. Gotta wash it down with that almond milk, boy. Also, side note, before I begin with the rest of it, I'm a little jealous. One of my homegirls, Cindy, she got she was able to get a pass to go to SDCC, and she got to meet Kevin Smith, and she posted a picture of it on Instagram. Pretty cool. Excited for her. Love it. Especially, I mean, she's a dope homegirl, so she deserves it. But a little jealous, dude. I mean, you're talking about one of one of the people that inspires me. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Smith, dude. Especially considering also he kind of went through the same thing I did, but maybe even a little worse because his heart attack was, it said it was almost major. Like he was this one that he might have not even came back from, but he suffered one also, and he's also going through the whole vegan vegetarian diet also. So I feel like I'm following in his footsteps in little ways, even though I'm not a big time director like he is. But Kevin Smith's big ups. Jealous at my homegirl Cindy for getting to meet her, but also big kudos to her for meeting him. You know, pretty dope. But yeah, this donut though. Welcome to the Get Geek podcast slash Mukbang. God, my fingers all sticky now. Had some old napkins. Gotta wash, you know, wipe my fingers down real quick. But yeah, okay. So where were we though? Shang-Chi. That's right. Big ups to Shang-Chi. Excited for that. Awesome stuff. Now let's get into what else was there before I go for the mega drop or the mega drop that Marvel did. I did Eternals, Black Widow, the TV shows, Shang-Chi. Was there anything else before? Let me see. Let me double check. Because I feel like I'm missing something. Oh yeah, on the TV show side, Loki. They Kevin Feige has confirmed that it is the continuation from the scene that we saw in Endgame. So spoilers again if you haven't seen Endgame, but come on, why haven't you seen Endgame? But it is the part where they captured Loki and they're walking away, but Tony Stark loses the Tesseract and then he grabs the Tesseract and disappears. So it starts off. The show is going to start off where that ends. So that's been confirmed. So and then before we get to the big mic drop, the other movie that's also slated to release in Phase 4 is Thor: Love and Thunder. Love, I don't know why, but it's so cheesy, but I love it. The if you see the logo too, it looks like an old school 90s like Contra game logo. And once again, it's going to be directed by Taika Waititi. He's coming back to reprise his role as director. Not just that, but we have found out that they're bringing back, what's her name? And I'm going to try to remember, or I'm looking up her name right now. Natalie Portman. They're bringing back Natalie Portman. And not just bringing back Natalie Portman, but Taika Waititi has said that he is interested in a storyline where female Thor is going to be introduced. So it's not just that Natalie Portman is there or is back reprising her role, but it seems like she's going to be back and becoming the new Thor. So somehow she's going to end up with the hammer. I don't know how I feel about that because I'm indifferent because I don't really care for I didn't care for the character that Natalie Portman played she seemed like she just got in the way more of the time. But maybe if you give her the hammer, she becomes one of the main characters that does something more. Maybe I'll be into it. So so that kind of like interests me. It doesn't really gets me super excited, but it interests me. I'm down for it. I'm down to check it out. I'm down to see what Taika Waititi does with it. Because the thing is, I'm there because of Taika Waititi. Because he is such an interesting and original director. And before he even got reprised as a director for Thor, Love and Thunder, he was supposed to do Akira, which I was kind of already excited for that too because Akira is such a weird and crazy anime, but to make it into a live action movie, you kind of need a weird and wacky director to do it. And I feel like Taika Waititi is that type of director to do it. But again, once again, the company who owns that, I don't know what it just keeps. There's so much trouble with that movie, so it got delayed. So he's not doing that anymore. He's back with Marvel now, doing Thor, and thus Helmsworth, or is that? Yeah, I don't know. Am I even saying it right? But Thor himself is also back playing his role. Tessa Thompson is also back playing her role. I'm cool with that. I'm down with it. But I'm there because of Taika Waititi, dude. That guy, I want to see him do more stuff. Like I would watch every one of his movies. His movies are dope. What We Do in the Shadows is an awesome movie. And if you haven't seen What We Do in the Shadows, watch What We Do in the Shadows because it is hilarious and cool. And so yeah, that's that one. And then while he is or then they bring back everybody that was on the panel back onto the floor and said that they were gonna take a picture. And not and then as soon as the picture's done, he says he has one more announcement. He calls out Marshala Ali, and I hope I'm saying that name right. But he calls him out, and everyone's wearing like they just gave out like the Black Widow hats to everybody. But he asks Marshala, I think you have your own original hat. Puts on his hat, and what's it say on his hat? It says Blade Mofos, and then they show the big Blade logo, and then the scene goes dark. Mic drop basically. Kevin Feige mic drop. Dude has mic drops all the time. He has mic drop moments like every year. This guy because he knows how to keep a secret. He knows how to make surprises. Only because like going into San Diego Comic Con, they were like dropping out hints and leaks and stuff like that. Just like and then like yeah, take it, eat all this, but you know what? We're keeping this one in our back pockets. And he came out and was like, we're doing Blade, a new Blade. I kind of feel bad for Wesley Snipes only because the thing was like back in the days, Wesley Snipes was having meetings with Disney. I'm pretty sure it was him having meetings with Disney to talk about Blade. So I don't know what happened with that. Maybe they're gonna bring him in as like a co-star or something, or a cameo, or maybe a storyline where he passes it on to Marshala. But yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do that, but I'm hyped because the thing is, if you guys don't know, Blade is like the godfather of superhero movies. It was like one of the first superhero movies, and the thing about it was people didn't even know it was a superhero movie. They just thought it was like action vampire movie, but no, because Blade is Marvel. Blade is a somewhat like an anti-hero or anti-hero. So I'm hyped. I'm stoked for it. The only thing is though, Kevin Feige has announced that Blade is not part of Phase 4. So we don't know if it's going to be like the beginning of Phase 5. We don't know maybe if they haven't even said if it's going to be a movie or not, because it could be a TV show because the whole panel was announcing movies and TV shows. So it could be like a Hulu thing or a Disney Plus thing. We don't know yet. So we also don't know if it's going to be rated R or PG-13, So but either way, I don't mind either one. Sorry, excuse me, guys. Eating donuts and talking at the same time does not agree sometimes. But either way, I'm pretty stoked for it. I'm down for a Blade. because here's the thing that people don't there's an underlining to it. What makes it kind of hype? If they're down to do a Blade, and they're also looking. Oh, one of the other movies that I didn't get to talk about was they also announced Doctor Strange, the new Doctor Strange, and it had a subtitle. It was Doctor Strange and the something multiverse. Let me find out. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And they said with that, Scarlet Witch is going to be a part of that movie, and that they're going to be going straight into like a horror genre of it. So it's going to be straight up a horror movie, but with Doctor Strange. And here's the cool thing about this. And that's kind of the major announcement on that. They didn't. I don't think they showed anything because they haven't started production on it yet. But here's the cool thing about that, though. You have Doctor Strange doing a horror movie. You're also rebooting Blade. This is exciting because for all of you people out there who are fans like me of the Dark Avengers, this sets up the Dark Avengers. Because you go, horror genre multiverse of Doctor Strange, then you go Blade, and then you set up the Dark Avengers. Because here's the thing about it: there was no Avengers movie attached to Phase 4. So they could be setting up, they maybe could be setting up Dark Avengers, which if they do, I'd be so stoked for, because then you have a lot of other superheroes that you guys don't know about. Ghost Rider being one of them, being one of the main ones for me. I'm a big Ghost Rider fan. I even like the Ghost Rider movies that came out that kind of like didn't do much, Like the first one was pretty cool. The second one was supposedly bomb. I didn't even mind that movie, even though it had a lot of weird and wacky scenes in that movie. But I didn't mind it. But yeah, so I feel like with that they're setting up Dark Avenger somehow. But that's just me having hope, and I would love that. I would love that. And that was kind of the end of it, right? Because with that mic drop, Blade, dude, that's a lot of big news already. I'm stoked for it. That's Phase 4, and they didn't even go into like a lot of the other stuff too, because there's other things, and I don't know if those movies are gonna be part of Phase 4 or not, because there's like Captain Marvel 2, Black Panther 2, even maybe more Ant-Man or something like that. Guardians 3, they didn't even talk about that. They didn't even say anything about Keanu Reeves, and I wish they did, because I'm really pushing for that whole Keanu Reeves being part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But I feel like he's going to show up somewhere, and it's going to be a big surprise. And they also, here's the other big mic drop that he did before the last mic drop. He was like, he said to the crowd, "We didn't even get to talk about Fantastic Four." Boom. He announced it. Fantastic Four is now finally back home with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I hope they do him right. And I'm pretty sure they will do him right, because Kevin Feige has not failed us yet. They will. I'm pretty sure they're gonna cast the perfect people to play each and every one of those characters. Then he also said we didn't even get to go into mutants. He didn't say X-Men, but you know what he means. Mutants is X-Men. Oh my god. Like, he announced it. The mutants are now part of the cinematic universe. X-Men are back home. We don't have to worry about Fox ruining them anymore. We're not going to have to worry if the next X-Men movie is going to be good or not good. It's Marvel. It's Kevin Feige. The guy is gold. He is the golden goose. He is the god of Marvel. I don't know, but I'm super excited. And here's the other part too, is I feel like he was holding a lot of that stuff back, because you still got D23 coming up in August. So he announced his Phase 4 at Comic-Con, at San Diego Comic-Con, and he's going to drop bigger bombs at D23, guys. I can't wait. And when that happens, I will cover that also. And maybe even if it happens on a certain day, maybe we get live stream it or something like that, get our live reactions, or get my live reactions to it, because oh my god, it's gonna be such major big news if they drop something huge, like Keanu being part of something, actors for all, like actors being casted for mutants or actors being casted for Fantastic Four, more Blade stuff, maybe even like footage from the Black Widow movie, more footage from Black Widow movie, footage from Eternals, something, like more Shang-Chi news. Ah, dude, I'm stoked, bro. This, the last day of Comic-Con was amazing. The news that came out of it was amazing. This was such an epic weekend for comic book movie news. It's so dope. I loved it. Like, I love all the news that came out of it. And because I love it so much, I'm going to take another bite of this donut. And that was the chocolate one. Well, oh, I got donuts stuck in my teeth. Sorry. Well, I just want to say thank you to everyone for going through that with me. If you guys are watching this late, I was doing a solo, and I decided to do like a little mukbang slash San Diego Comic Con recap. I also was too lazy to record and edit, so I decided to just go live. We might even go live again next week because I believe, I don't know if it's next week or the weekend after, but either episode 21 or 22, we might be going live again because Alex is going to be visiting. So he's going to be here in the studio. So we're going to be doing it live here. And maybe we'll get Sydney to come back also. And we'll do a live episode then. So look forward to that. Also, we're staying steady at 49 subs. So if you could help us get back to 50, help us get to 100, we muchly appreciate it. If you kind of dug this mukbang, let me know. I'll get like a different type of food, another maybe vegan snack, and do more news with just me and eating or everybody and whatever, doesn't matter. But yeah, so excited, get excited for next week. We got another live showing, but with the rest of the cast up in here in the studio. That'll be fun. That'll be great. And yeah, with that said, I think I might just end the podcast here because there's not much other else happening. I spent all weekend. I spent all weekend watching the San Diego Comic Con stuff, so didn't really pay attention to much else. Oh, well, let's keep the tradition because I always talk Pokemon Go on the podcast, anyways. The other day was yesterday was Mudkip Community Day for Pokemon Go. I ended up catching like 9 shiny Mudkips, which is dope. I believe that's the most shinies I ever caught on a community day ever. So that's my record. It's 9 shiny Pokemons on a community day, which is pretty awesome because he is useful. Mudkip is useful with the special move that he gets on that community day. If you had evolved them on that day, it makes him one of the most powerful water Pokemons in the game. So I'm stoked for that. And I evolved a whole bunch, so I have an army I even have like I saved 2 for like Great League if I ever do battles in Great League and want to use a water Pokemon. I also have ones that I'm gonna probably max out later on because you know useful. Yeah, and that was a good time. Also walked around for maybe like 2 hours, so that was awesome. So I got to do like my 30-minute cardio plus some that I'm supposed to do every day. Because doctor's suggestion is always do 30 minutes of cardio every day. So I got more than that on that day. Did 2 hours of walking. But my problem with the whole thing is, well, not my problem, but or not the whole thing, but the thing is, I did 2 armor Mewtwo raids that day, and they all ran from me, which is fine. You could run, but not if I throw nothing but excellent throws at you the whole time. 8 balls on each raid, 8 excellents in a row, and Armor Mewtwo ran from me. Now, here's the thing. I would be okay with that if Armored Mewtwo was like stronger and more useful than regular Mewtwo. But with the way they made him, the abilities that they gave Armored Mewtwo, and then the numbers that they put under him, he is not as good as regular Mewtwo. Regular Mewtwo is better. Not and with that, I've caught regular Mewtwo with way less excellent throws. So why is Armored Mewtwo so more hard to catch than regular Mewtwo? Armored Mewtwo is not as good as regular Mewtwo. I mean, if you're gonna make him that hard to catch, make Armored Mewtwo better than regular Mewtwo. But yeah, that's my rant about Pokemon Go. But yeah, it was an awesome community day though. I had to work yesterday, so right after I got off work, I just hung out for an hour, and then let the community day start. And I just walked around my work area and yeah, caught 9 shiny Mudkips, which I'm pretty stoked on. But with that said, guys, much love, much appreciation for everybody. Much love to the 49 subscribers. But like I said, please help us get to 100. One of these days, I am going to do another pop figure giveaway. I've been saying that a lot. I've been saying that over and over, but I am going to do it soon. I just want to have enough money to send them out once we get people who wants them and stuff like that. Because the thing is, it's what you don't realize is how expensive it is to send out small packages like that. So, bear with me. But once I get enough money scrounged out together, I'll do that giveaway. I'll do those giveaways. It's gonna be a bunch of pops, So I'm thinking it's gonna be like first come first serve. Like once you see the video, just say, hey, I want that, and if you're the first one to say I want that, then you get it. So look forward to that. Also look forward to next weekend or the weekend after, where we're gonna do a live stream with the full cast. And yes, with that said, thank you for sitting with me and watching me eat my donuts and rice chips and talk about San Diego Comic-Con. And that brings us to the end, and I will say goodbye. We'll see you on the next one.